Hey everyone, welcome to another deep dive, and this time we're focusing on something that, well, let's be honest, affects us all eventually.
Aging, you mean?
Exactly. We're going to dig into an article called The Link Between Supplements and Healthy Aging: What to Take in Your 50s and Beyond, published back in November. I think a lot of people, myself included, hit a certain age and wonder how to keep things running smoothly, even if we're eating right.
Oh, absolutely. It's like our bodies change the rules on us, right?
Totally. So we're going to get into all that, but first, I'd love to hear your take on why supplements even matter as we age.
We'll think of it this way. Our cells, they don't always grab nutrients as easily as they used to. Muscle building, yeah, that can slow down too. And our natural defenses against, say, cell damage, they're not as robust.
So it's like our bodies are working harder and maybe need some reinforcement.
Exactly. Supplements aren't about replacing good habits, but more like strategically filling those nutritional gaps that tend to widen as we age.
Makes sense. So where should we focus? What needs extra support after 50, would you say?
Well, the usual suspects. Strong bones, sharp minds, healthy hearts, and honestly, who wouldn't want to keep their skin looking great?
You're reading my mind. Those are definitely top priorities. So, which supplements are the real MVPs in those areas?
Let's start with a classic duo, calcium and vitamin D. Everyone knows calcium is bone building,
Hmm.
but here's the thing. Without enough D, your body can't actually use it, like having the bricks but no mortar.
Wow, I didn't realize vitamin D was that crucial. So together they're what, protecting us from osteoporosis, those fractures we all want to avoid.
Exactly. And speaking of powerful pairs, let's move on to omega-3 fatty acids, often found in fish oil. These are like the multitaskers of the supplement world, heart and brain benefits all in one.
I've heard so much about omega-3s, but break it down. How do they actually work?
They're potent anti-inflammatories. That means they help reduce inflammation throughout the body, and that's huge. For your heart, think better cholesterol, lower risk of heart disease. For your brain, studies suggest they can actually help protect against cognitive decline.
So it's a two-for-one deal, protecting both our ticker and our thinker. Wow, okay, so any other brain-boosting supplements we should know about?
Definitely. Coenzyme Q10, or CoQ10, it's a powerful antioxidant, helps our cells produce energy. Problem is, as we age, those CoQ10 levels naturally dip, leaving us feeling, well, a bit drained.
Ah, so supplementing is like giving ourselves a jump start. I could use a little more pep in my step some days.
Exactly. And it goes beyond just energy. CoQ10 is good for heart health too, and even might contribute to healthy brain aging.
Okay, CoQ10 is going on my list, but let's be real, looking good is important too. What about supplements for skin and joints? I'm starting to notice a few more aches and wrinkles these days.
I hear you. Collagen is a star player here. Think of it as the scaffolding that keeps our skin firm, joints flexible. Problem is, as we age, collagen production slows down, and that's when we see those telltale signs of aging.
So supplementing with collagen can kind of fight back against that, help maintain that youthful glow.
Precisely. It can help plump up the skin, reducing wrinkles, and also promote flexibility in the joints, so you can stay active and, well, comfortable.
Sounds like a win-win for aging gracefully. Any other supplements for that youthful look?
You can't go wrong with vitamin C. It's a potent antioxidant, helps produce collagen, and also protects against sun damage.
So it's like a double shield for our skin, fighting wrinkles and sunspots.
Exactly. And if you're concerned about hair health, vitamin E can help with that too. It's another antioxidant powerhouse, and studies show it can help maintain thickness and shine.
Now that's what I call a bonus. Okay, sensing a theme here. Antioxidants are essential for fighting aging.
Absolutely right. They're crucial for protecting our cells from damage and for supporting overall health as we age.
This is fascinating. I'm already rethinking my supplement strategy. What about B vitamins? They're important, sure, but how do they specifically relate to aging?
Well, B vitamins are key for energy production, brain function, all that good stuff. But here's the catch. As we get older, our bodies sometimes have trouble absorbing B12 from food. This can lead to fatigue, even impact cognitive health.
So a B vitamin supplement, especially B12, is like extra brain power fuel.
You got it. Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about mobility. Maintaining mobility and staying active is so important as we get older.
Absolutely. I want to stay independent and enjoy life to the fullest. What can we do to support our joints and keep those aches and pains away?
For joint health, glucosamine and chondroitin are often taken together. They work by reducing inflammation and helping to rebuild cartilage, which can ease discomfort and improve mobility.
Like a repair crew for our joints.
That's a great way to put it. They're especially popular among people with arthritis or those experiencing joint stiffness.
Good to know. Any other key players for strong bones and muscles as we age?
Magnesium is often overlooked, but it's crucial for both muscle function and bone health.
So, prevents muscle cramps and keeps bones strong.
Exactly. And as a bonus, magnesium also helps regulate blood pressure, supporting cardiovascular health.
Wow, magnesium does it all. Speaking of heart health, we covered omega-3s and CoQ10, but any other standouts for supporting our cardiovascular system?
One more I'd like to highlight, resveratrol. You might know it, it's that potent antioxidant found in red wine, grapes.
Wait, so that glass of red wine with dinner might have some perks?
In moderation, of course. Research suggests resveratrol can be quite beneficial, reducing inflammation, protecting cells from damage, even potentially contributing to heart health and longevity.
Good to know. Before we get too excited, any downsides to supplements we should be aware of?
That's a smart question, and it's always wise to approach supplements with caution. Some can interact with medications, so it's crucial to talk to your doctor before starting anything new.
That makes sense. So supplements aren't a one-size-fits-all solution.
Absolutely not. It's all about personalized health. And remember, supplements complement, not replace, a healthy lifestyle.
Right, no magic bullet. Balanced diet, regular exercise, stress management, those are still crucial.
Couldn't agree more. It's all about a holistic approach to well-being.
This has been so insightful. I feel like I have a much better grasp on how supplements can support healthy aging. Anything from the article that particularly stood out to you?
You know, what really caught my eye was their emphasis on quality and safety. Checking dosage, opting for reputable brands, looking for supplements that have been third-party tested.
Third-party tested. I hear that term, but not sure I fully get it.
It's basically a way to ensure you're getting what you pay for. An independent organization has verified the quality and purity so you can be confident it's safe and contains what the label says.
Okay, so like an extra layer of protection.
Exactly. And even with top quality supplements, it's crucial to see them as part of a bigger picture, not a quick fix. They work best alongside a healthy lifestyle.
This has been so helpful. I feel more confident about managing my health as I age.
That's what we like to hear. It's about making informed decisions to support your well-being as you age.
It's interesting, isn't it? We often think of aging as this like inevitable decline, but what we're hearing today is that we have more control than we might think.
I like that perspective. It's not about stopping time, but about aging well. Focusing on how long we stay healthy, not just how long we live.
Right. It's about staying active and engaged in life for as long as possible. And it sounds like supplements can play a part in that.
They can, but it's important to remember they're not a magic solution. They work best as part of a bigger picture, along with a healthy diet, exercise, managing stress, all those good things we know are important.
Absolutely. So building a strong foundation first, then using supplements to address specific needs. Speaking of which, the article mentioned how supplements can actually help prevent or manage age-related conditions. That caught my attention.
Yeah, it's a fascinating area of research. And we already talked about some of those connections, like how omega-3s, CoQ10, and magnesium are all good for the heart.
Right. That was eye-opening. What I found interesting was that it's not just, anecdotal evidence. There's actual science backing it up.
Oh, absolutely. Studies have shown that omega-3s can help lower blood pressure and lower the risk of heart attack and stroke. CoQ10, it's essential for our heart muscle cells to function properly. And magnesium, well, it's crucial for regulating blood pressure and heart rhythm.
That's reassuring to hear. It gives me more confidence in considering those supplements for my own heart health. But what about cognitive function, memory loss, those sorts of things? Those are big concerns for a lot of people as they age.
The article highlighted B vitamins, omega-3s, resveratrol, and vitamin E as being particularly beneficial for cognitive health.
We talked about B vitamins earlier, how B12 is so important for nerve function and brain cells. But what about those other nutrients? How do they contribute to a healthy brain?
Well, omega-3s, they've been linked to improved memory and even a lower risk of cognitive decline, potentially even things like dementia. Resveratrol, that antioxidant we talked about in red wine, there's some promising research that suggests it could protect brain cells from damage and possibly slow cognitive decline. And vitamin E, another powerful antioxidant, might also help protect against age-related memory loss.
It's amazing how those nutrients can work together to support brain health. It makes me wonder, is there a connection between a healthy heart and a healthy brain?
You're spot on. There's more and more evidence suggesting that what's good for one is good for the other, maintaining healthy blood pressure, cholesterol levels, and blood sugar. Those all contribute to both cardiovascular and cognitive health.
That makes a lot of sense. It's all connected. So taking care of our hearts is about more than just preventing heart disease. It's also about protecting our brains. A win-win, right?
Exactly. And speaking of win-win, let's circle back to osteoporosis. We mentioned calcium and vitamin D being so important for bone health.
Right, because as we age, our bones naturally become less dense, which means a higher risk of fractures, and that can really affect our quality of life.
Exactly. And that's where calcium and vitamin D team up. Calcium provides the building blocks for strong bones, and vitamin D helps our bodies absorb it properly. They're both essential for maintaining bone density and preventing osteoporosis.
It sounds simple enough, but I imagine there's more to it than just popping a pill, right?
You're right. Getting enough calcium from our diet is just as important. Think dairy products, leafy greens, those kinds of things.
And vitamin D, sunlight is a good source, but many people don't get enough, especially in the winter.
True. And depending on where you live and your lifestyle, you might need a supplement to make sure you're getting enough vitamin D to support calcium absorption and overall bone health.
It's fascinating how it all works together, diet, lifestyle, and then targeted supplementation. But with so many supplements out there, it can feel overwhelming to know where to start.
Absolutely. That's why talking to your doctor is so important. They can help you figure out your specific needs, consider any potential interactions with medications you're taking, and guide you toward the right supplements for you, if any.
Such a good point. Supplements aren't one size fits all. What works for one person might not work for another.
Exactly. It's about personalized healthcare. And even with the best supplements, remember, they're not a replacement for a healthy lifestyle.
Right. It's about finding that balance between nourishing our bodies with healthy food, staying active, managing stress, getting enough sleep, and then using supplements strategically to fill in any gaps or address specific concerns.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It's a holistic approach to well-being.
This has been so enlightening. I feel like I have a much clearer understanding of how supplements can be a part of healthy aging. Is there anything else from the article that you found especially interesting or thought-provoking?
What really stood out to me was the section on the latest research in aging. It's exciting to see how much we're learning about the aging process. We're moving beyond just living longer and focusing more on improving the quality of those years.
That's an important distinction. It's not just about quantity, it's about quality.
Precisely. And what's really fascinating is that research is constantly uncovering new ways to support healthy aging at the cellular level. We talked about antioxidants protecting cells from damage, but scientists are now exploring how certain antioxidants might actually activate longevity pathways within our cells.
So it's not just about preventing damage, it's about possibly enhancing our cells' ability to repair and regenerate. That sounds almost futuristic.
I know, right? And that's just one area. There's also growing interest in the role of the microbiome, the trillions of bacteria that live in our gut, in healthy aging.
I've heard about the microbiome, but how does it relate to aging?
Well, as we age, the composition of our gut microbiome changes, and these changes can affect things like inflammation, immune function, even cognitive health.
So could things like probiotics or prebiotics, which are good for gut health, also play a role in healthy aging?
That's a hot topic in research right now. Scientists are looking into whether specific probiotics can actually help restore a healthy balance to the gut microbiome and promote longevity.
That's incredible. So much we're still learning. It seems like the future of healthy aging is going to be much more personalized, with treatments tailored to individual needs and even genetic predispositions.
Absolutely. We're moving towards a more precise and proactive approach to healthcare, and supplements, along with other lifestyle changes, will likely be a big part of that.
It's amazing to think we're at a point where we can not only live longer, but actually have some say in how we age, even at the cellular level.
It really is a whole new way of looking at things. We're not just adding years, we're adding, well, life to those years.
Right. It's about being vibrant and active for as long as possible. And it sounds like the research on aging is constantly moving forward, always new discoveries.
Definitely. And something that really struck me in the article was this idea of personalized aging. It's becoming clear there's no one-size-fits-all approach, is there?
That makes sense. We all have different genes, different lifestyles, different health histories. So how do we figure out what's right for each of us?
That's where working with healthcare professionals is so important. They can help us look at our risk factors, figure out where we might need to make changes, and guide us toward the best strategies, including supplements if they're appropriate.
So it's about being proactive and taking a personalized approach to our health as we age.
Exactly. It's about being informed, making good choices, and working with our doctors to create a plan that really fits our needs and goals.
This has been such an eye-opening deep dive. We've learned about the science of aging, the role supplements can play, and how important a holistic approach is. But before we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with one last thought. We've talked a lot about the physical side of aging, but what about the mental and emotional side? How can we stay positive about getting older and really embrace this stage of life? It's such a great question. Our mindset makes a huge difference, no matter how old we are. If we think of aging as all downhill, well, we're likely to feel that way. But if we see it as a time for growth, wisdom, new experiences, then we can approach it with a sense of excitement and purpose.
So it's about shifting our perspective, challenging those stereotypes that paint aging in a negative light.
Exactly. Celebrate the wisdom and experience that comes with age, be proud of what we've accomplished, and keep following our passions.
I love that, living a life that's full and meaningful no matter what our age is.
Absolutely. Focus on what we can control, our attitude, our choices, our outlook.
Well said. And on that note, I think it's time to wrap up this deep dive. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the world of supplements and healthy aging.
It's been a pleasure.
The pleasure was all ours. Remember, knowledge is power, and it's never too late to make healthy changes no matter how old you are. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you on the next deep dive.